This is Advanced Math 12.6 Notes Part 2, Advanced Math, Unit 12, Lesson 6, Notes Part 2. In Part 1, you should have had already this part done. I told you guys I would do this one in class with you, so I'm going to do that now since we are not in class. And it asked us to solve for x in terms of y, and I talked about that you're going to get x by itself and your answer will have y in it. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is try to at least get the ln by itself. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 73.5. That will undo. And I get y, I'm going to just put negative y over 73.5 equals ln of 1 minus x over 90. And then I'm going to continue. Now, we've done these before. Where you put that negative is up to you. I just put it up to the front, but you don't have to. Okay, now, I am going to get it out of log form and rewrite it into exponential form. What's the base that we don't see? It's not base 10, it's base e because it says ln. So we're going to do the wraparound. Now, how do we know to do the wraparound and not drop the log? Because there's not a log on each side, which means I have to wrap it around. So e raised to the negative y over 73.5 equals 1 minus x over 90. Okay, so when I do the wraparound, it is the same as dropping the log. The log is gone, the ln in this case. So you either drop the log or wrap around. Either way, when you do either of those methods, the log is gone. Okay, so I now have this, and I'm trying to get x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 1. E raised to the negative y over 73.5 minus 1 equals negative x over 90. And then I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 90. Now, why do I pick negative 90? So the 90s would reduce and the negative signs reduce, leaving just an x. So x equals negative 90, parentheses, e raised to the negative y over 73.5, and then minus 1, close parentheses. That there is your answer. I know it looks wonky, but that's your answer. Solve for x in terms of y. I have x by itself. In terms of y means I have y in my final answer. And that's what it would look like. Okay, the next one I'm going to finish off is the last one, number 2. Okay, and it looks like this. Now, I put a little note here. It's not close to 4 like I had mentioned in notes. I don't know why I said that. I watched it again and it said it's not 4 but close to 4. It is not. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work it out now. If $25,000 is invested, so $25,000 is our initial amount. P is the initial amount where the A naught usually is. 8.5%, so that's 0.085. Compounded continuously means we're using the PERT formula. How long does it take? That means we're looking for time for the investment to quadruple in value. So we're looking for how long it takes for us to end up with 4 times the amount of what we started. Started with 25,000, ended with 100,000. And how long does that take with this interest rate and compounded continuously? So we're going to plug everything in. 100,000 equals P, which is 25,000. E is always just going to be E. R is 0.085, and T is what we are looking for. And now we are going to solve. Okay, I'm going to first divide both sides by the 25,000. So if you divide 100,000 by 25,000, you end up with 4, which makes sense because you want to know how long it takes to quadruple. That's where the 4 is coming from. E raised to the 0.085 t Now you can change to logarithmic form or take the ln of both sides, which is the same as taking the log of both sides. I'm going to take the ln since I'm dealing with an e. So ln of, not e, I apologize, ln of 4, ln of 4 equals ln of e raised to the 0.085t. Again, you're not multiplying by ln, you're taking the ln of both sides. Okay, and I do that so I can bring this exponent out to the front because it has my variable and I don't want my variable up as an exponent. So ln of 4 equals 0.085t times ln of e. Now remember in a previous video I talked about what does ln of e equal. Ln of e is the same as log base e of e, which is 1. So that's a big 1 in disguise. So I have ln of 4 equals 0.085t, and I'm really close. I just have to divide both sides by 0.085, 0.085, gone. T equals, and then this is what we plug in our calculator. So you have your scientific calculator ready and plug it in. Let's see if I can get it in there. Okay, so I'm going to type in ln of 4, close parentheses, do not forget your close parentheses, divided by 0.085, 16.309 years. So like I said earlier, not near 4 like I had said in the previous video. Okay, so it takes 16.309 years for you to quadruple the amount you started with. All right, that is it for this part 2 of this video.